Here comes the Book It.
Welcome to Book It, a wrestling podcast where we book and revisit your favorite wrestling storylines. I'm your commissioner, Hi-Fi Mike, and today we have our GMs Damone, D Money Allen,
Living the dream.
Primetime Travie T,
Ew.
Late Night Keif.
Did you know Mick Foley and Kevin James wrestled together in high school?
Almost like I just
No, I did not.
Who? Kevin Smith. The bad guy, Kenny, who's eating fruit.
That's cheese, isn't it?
And John, who we currently don't have a name for, but by the end of this tournament, by the end of this tournament, we're gonna give John a nickname.
Little Johnny Dolph.
No, it's got to come naturally. We've learned this. He could just be Primetime Johnny C. We should just keep going with that. Or give him a date. He could be Daytime Johnny.
Daytime Johnny C.
Yeah,
There we go.
Johnny
graveyard shift, Johnny C.
No, that's Late Night Keif.
And this is Book It. And if you joined us last week, you'll know that this week we're continuing on our greatest of all time tournament, and we're gonna do the Powerhouse. Last week we did technicians, and I think it was did Kurt Angle win that?
Kurt Angle won that.
Kurt Angle won last week, and this week we've got 16 brand new competitors, and they're gonna battle it out for greatest of all time. So I mean, we've already done. If you listened to 2 episodes ago, you know that we did on episode 93. We did the draft, me, Damone, and Travis, and we got them all in there. We got them all ranked and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started with this tournament. It's gonna be relatively quick, I would assume. Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up that. Look at that with the brand new. You can come see us at
Do you have Brock Lesnar's a fucking one
media.
seed?
So yeah, Brock Lesnar
you.
ended up being the number 1 seed. So
You're
number
on
1
crack.
seed is look, man. It was a collective thing. Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, no, Mike, don't try and pass off that you weren't involved. You were.
I didn't do
involved,
it.
too.
I didn't. I was involved, but I didn't do it. So I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I did it.
The
What you
blood
gonna
is
do,
just
John?
on your hand.
I fucking did it.
I'm gonna do what I do in American politics. Have a feudal vote against it.
You're gonna what is it?
I'm
sorry, bro.
Filibuster?
I don't know who the hell's against them. I don't care. Fuck Brock.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this started. So number 1 versus number 16, Brock Lesnar versus Yokozuna.
Brock.
And
Yokozuna.
the only three people voting is John, Keith, and Kenny. We're just here. Me, Travis, and Damone are just here to persuade.
Facilitate.
Yeah.
Brock.
I mean, it should be obvious, right? And he was the number 1 seed.
No,
but-
it's not obvious.
I'm going with Brock because I just
fuck.
see him F5 Yokozuna. That would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
That would
I
be
do
amazing.
love Yokozuna. I love
That ring would blow up.
You think he would put in that effort?
That ring would blow up if he did it.
Young Brock.
They would do it now. They try to make him look like a super powerhouse. They try to make him or Braun Strowman do it.
He'd be like, I don't
Braun
know,
Strowman
man.
would
That means
absolutely
I'd have
do
to actually exert effort. I turned red after coming out for my entrance.
He can't help that he's pale.
That's true. He lives in like Nova Scotia or something.
We should stay there.
Here's the thing. I mean, Brock, as far as a powerhouse goes and an actual skill, Brock Lesnar definitely has more skill than Yokozuna. I mean, let's be honest here. Yokozuna was big, but that was about it.
He's
Hey,
big for no reason.
He could move for his size.
Yeah, he was pretty agile for a what?
500 pounder.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I
not
didn't vote for Yokozuna. I voted
He was
against
doing
Brock
like
Lesnar.
he was doing
Could
like
have been
front kicks
Gilbert.
and stuff.
Could have been Gilbert.
It could have been Gilbert.
You could have put Funaki at 16 and I would have voted for him.
Well, Funaki's the greatest SmackDown announcer of all time.
Facts.
Number one.
Number one.
Indeed.
Indeed. So it's
All right.
it's Brock, right?
Is it Brock?
Oh, for
Is
sure.
Okay.
My vote doesn't
Sure.
matter. It never does.
That's Damone.
Why are you
Damone's.
typing?
I got it. All right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot I could move it over.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Why
you just
you
clicked. I was gonna. Yeah, I was like, why are you typing? You can just
I
press
forgot
the
for a
button.
whole second. All right. Number 8 and number 9, Braun Strowman versus Kane.
Ooh, that is the definition of a banger right there.
That is.
This one's easy for me.
Powerhouses.
I'm
I'm
going
going-
Kane.
I was gonna say I'm going Prime Kane.
Prime Kane.
Yeah.
Mask Kane.
Yeah,
I
I think
like
it's
the
Mask
full
King.
face mask, not the like cut out where you can see his mouth.
No, I'm talking about this. I'm talking about Prime in his prime. I'm
Yeah.
talking
But
about
so you mean right after he took the mask off is his prime?
bald-headed
Oh.
Kane. Bald-headed Kane.
I'll take
Kane was
that.
entertaining for like 10
Oh, his-
years. Braun Strowman
I'm
was
talking
like
about-
great for like 6 months.
I'm talking about rape scandal Kane.
Well, maybe not that one.
I'm talking
Katie
about
Vick
NXT.
Kane.
I'm
You
talking
have
about
to edit that one
hunting his
out.
baby.
Well,
Kane.
it's already on Twitch.
I'm talking Shane McMahon electrocution Kane. That Kane.
Yep. Yep. We're talking about Lita Kane. We're talking about all that.
All right, so Kane. All right. Number 4, Goldberg versus number 13, Big Van Vader.
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 Vader time.
I'm
Really,
surprised
Vader?
by that.
Really?
See Goldberg do a
Goldberg
fucking
can't wrestle
moonsault.
for longer
No,
than 30 seconds.
I agree. Vader was also on Boy Meets World, so which I just did an episode about Big Van Vader. You can go listen to that. Boy Meets Girl Meets Boy Meets World. They're on Facebook. I was on that show this week. We did an episode that had Big Van Vader. The last episode he was on. It was fun. I talked a lot.
Good episode. R.I.P.
It was a good episode.
I'm legitimately surprised that Vader beat Goldberg.
You shouldn't
I'm
be.
not.
I would've-
No,
Goldberg can't wrestle for longer than 30 seconds.
Goldberg has had 3 moves.
Neither can Brock, but here we are.
Brock,
Brock
no,
that
Brock can do it. The problem
Yeah.
is Brock doesn't want to do it.
Let's not
Yep,
forget
there you
Brock
go.
Lesnar had like hour-long matches with Kurt Angle and 30-minute matches.
when Brock is a
Need-
lot like Randy, where when he's motivated and wants to do it, he's great. It's just
But
a
he
matter
doesn't
of
have to.
getting him
It's
to
been
it.
18 years.
He doesn't
It's been
have
18
to.
years.
He's a name. He's a name. He's the Floyd Mayweather of wrestling.
We're going too far now.
He is. I mean, maybe not as much money.
Going too far now. Floyd Mayweather's the GOAT, so that's not like
Floyd
Kurt.
Mayweather just has to show up to a fight. Brock Lesnar just has to show up to a match. That's it.
No.
I would say he's more like the Connor, like where he doesn't. Yeah, like he's like a
Where they
Conor
haven't been good in
McGregor
a long
minus
time.
minus the money.
No, he's
Minus
definitely
being
Connor. He doesn't
entertaining,
defend
too.
himself.
He could just show up. He literally is part time. He is Connor. Like Connor just
Exactly.
shows up. He fights when he wants to. No one tells him what to do. And
Part-time Brocky L.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Brock's part time. Connor's part time. Yeah, they're pretty similar.
Oh, Travis wasn't here to hear that joke. Damn it. I didn't know he was going anywhere. Oh, he's
BRB.
yeah. So, but number 5 and number 12, Batista versus Big Show.
Ooh, that's hard. That's a banger.
It's Big
Persuasive.
Show. It's
Oh,
Big
that's
Show.
hard.
Big Show's.
That's
But look
hard.
at look at the entirety of Big Show's career. He came in handpicked by Hulk Hogan
Andre the
into
Giant.
WCW and completely just took over that big man role
Honestly,
and was the big man in WCW. Then came to WWE and essentially became the big man in WWE.
I'm gonna say
this matchup could have been the finals.
I'm gonna say Batista is better. I'm gonna be Batista's lawyer for this one. The problem with Big Show is that he was always like a secondary guy. Like he was like, oh yeah, you can throw Big Show in, but he was never like the guy. Plus, he was out of shape 90% of his career. Like,
well, that's a lot of but a lot of it has to do with the fact that he has a pituitary gland issue.
But he also admits that
he has to work. Well, there's that, but he also has to work like twice as hard to keep shit down. I mean, he has an issue. He has the same issue Andre had.
I know, but didn't he get the surgery done like pretty?
Late. He did
pretty early. But he even said, like, he said in like on podcast stuff that he was lazy and he didn't try. Because if you look at him now, the dude is ripped. If he looked what he looked like he does now in his prime, he could have been. I honestly, he probably should be the GOAT. But
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't say Big Show's the GOAT.
I'm not saying he is the GOAT. I'm saying that he had the potential to be the GOAT, and he blew it.
He still did really well, despite not. If this is not trying Big Show, like, he was very entertaining for like 10 years compared to two other not trying asses on this bracket who aren't entertaining at all.
Wait a minute, I see something wrong. Where is Undertaker?
He's not in this tournament.
He's under Brawler.
Yeah, he's under Brawler.
Okay, just making sure.
This is a hard one, but Batista should have made it farther than this, but I'm going to go Big Show.
Hey, well, it's the Big Show.
But that matchup could have been the finals, though.
We still
If
need
we're
you guys
going,
to vote.
I'm going basically off charisma, and this Big Show. Batista wasn't good with that.
Wow.
Damn, I was gonna say Batista.
But I would say Batista has more charisma than Big Show. Plus, Batista didn't have a million face and heel turns.
You forget Big Show.
Okay, but that's not
okay. But Big Show was never Blue Tista.
Hey, I fuck with Blue Tista. Go back and listen to our episode where Kevin booked Woo Tista.
Oh
yeah.
Which you can find the episodes on t13media.com/shows. But the issue with, like I said, with Big Show is I feel like once when he switched over from WCW to WWE, like, yeah, he won the world championship pretty quick, but he was kind of an afterthought for a while.
Okay,
Yeah.
but Big Show came in, but we're
he
talking
came and
skill.
did his job, though.
Right. If we're talking skill, for such a big man, he's very athletic.
Like,
And he can do a lot.
Being a professional sometimes is more important than always winning, though. Just being the guy that can make somebody look good, serve any role in a storyline. Because Batista couldn't play like 5 of the roles that Big Show's played.
Like The Undertaker.
Batista can't be the gentle giant. Like, he can't do it.
He's not a giant.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm
What do you
saying.
mean he's not a
Like,
giant? Oh, you're talking about Batista, not Big Show.
Batista.
Like,
I think he said Big
I was gonna say the
His
Big
name
Show was
literally
literally
Giant.
the right. He was literally
Big
the
Show's
giant.
one of those
Up
guys.
until like 5 years ago, I still believed he was Andre the Giant. Son.
I did too. I 1,000% did too. But that's also because I stopped watching. If I would have realized it at the time, I probably would have looked it up. But yes, I also did. I even did a podcast once where I said that I thought he was. It was.
You thought he was what?
Giant's son.
Andre the Giant son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they said,
he's
I
not?
want to say they said it in WCW, right? Then
They said it in WCW about 1,000,000 times. They
Right,
would always
so-
bring it up.
That was his
so
thing.
obviously I thought that was real, true. Right? Why would they lie about that? So the next round we've got John Cena
Ooh.
that's our number 2 seed versus Andre the Giant.
Y'all thought I'm gonna.
I would
revisit
see
this, but
John Cena fucking AA.
You thought that Brock Lesnar is better than John Cena.
I like John Cena the most, but if we're talking powerhouse wise, I think Brock Lesnar, I could see number 1, number 2 being very close.
It was
Honestly-
close. Like, between Brock and Cena, it's very close in ring. Remember,
It's not.
we're
close.
mostly
Brock-
talking
Brock
in
is-
ring.
Honestly,
Big
Brock
Match
is way more athletic.
John versus Big Stink Brock.
Brock is way more athletic than John Cena is. I'm saying it.
Yeah. I'll
No,
agree.
I disagree with that. No,
Okay.
I disagree with that.
Name one Brock Lesnar move that touches the lightning fist. End of discussion.
No show.
I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming.
All right, sorry. Who's John Cena facing?
Andre
Andre the
Giant.
Giant.
Oh,
Big Show's
fuck, that's
dad.
hard. It's hard, but John Cena, he's the GOAT.
I would like to see John Cena, AA, Andre.
Yes, like
the GOAT.
You thought Hogan body slamming him was a big deal.
Yeah, I'd see John. I think John Cena could legitimately do it.
Oh, he could do it.
Oh,
he did it to the Big Show.
He did the Big Show.
The only, other than Braun Strowman on here, I feel like the Brock Lesnar and John Cena would be the other two that could do it, other than Hogan.
Well, Brock Lesnar just F5'd Yokozuna, so
true. You're wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, that's his one booking for the year. He's tired.
He's one and done. But it was the most watched pay-per-view that year.
But the issue is that the issue with Andre, love Andre, he was hurt in pain 90% of the time, so he couldn't really, like when he was younger, from what I've heard, he was really athletic, but at the end, he was barely able to like walk in the ring, and he had to be literally carried through every single match.
That's why I think it's WrestleMania 3. That's why they had the motorized entrances.
Yep,
they could get him to the ring.
Yeah,
he used to do drop kicks back in the day.
Yeah, he would do Vader bombs, drop kicks. He could actually really wrestle when he was really young.
And as nice as that is, I'm choosing John Cena still.
John Cena for sure.
Cena's the GOAT.
Cena might go all the way, like all in the whole tournament.
As he should.
Absolutely. He could.
I mean, he's not Dolph Ziggler, but like if there's any second.
Well, they have. I think John Cena already got Dolph Ziggler sloppy seconds,
bro.
All right, so is it John Cena?
Yeah, it's John Cena.
All right, so John Cena's moving on. I'm honestly surprised. If Andre didn't go against Cena that round, he probably would have moved on.
Oh, definitely.
It would have been Andre versus Big Show. Hey, Trevi.
Hey.
All right, so number 7 versus number 10. So number 7 is Ultimate Warrior versus our seed number 10, Mark Henry.
Mark Henry.
That was
good. Fuck Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior sucked. I'm saying on here, he was trash.
No, he was trash. I agree. He was
wasn't even a powerhouse. He was a good drug dealer.
Overrated.
He was the great value Hulk Hogan, and I hated it.
As I come in here and relook at the new bracket that's being set up, there's so many upsets.
Yeah, you missed a whole lot.
Yeah,
so number 3, our number 3 seed was Hulk Hogan. Our number 14 seed, Bruno Sammartino.
Bruno.
Really?
Let's take a second to think about this for a second.
No. It's 3-0, baby. It's a wash.
Yeah, that's all I'm about to say. It's unanimous. Get
dumb.
Hulk Hogan the fuck out of here.
So Hulk Hogan.
Yes,
all right.
That is a giant upset. Bruno over Hogan.
All right.
Hogan's a piece of shit as a person, but for what he did.
What he did for the industry in general.
He killed TNA.
Man.
TNA
was already on its way down. Let's not blame Hogan for TNA. Let's not blame
TNA. He didn't kill TNA because TNA is unkillable.
I'm basically, this is all in ring. Hulk Hogan sucks. I'm sorry.
How long did Bruno carry the company?
Hulk Hogan's best match
prove that he
when
can do it.
Shawn Michaels decided to make a meme out of him.
I loved it. Shawn Michaels got to pull that match. I loved it.
All right, so our number 6 seed, Kevin Nash versus our number 11 seed, Scott Steiner.
Ooh. That's hard.
That's a banger.
I feel like it's hard for me to make Mike mad.
I like them both. It was hard for me.
Scott Steiner has a 165% chance of getting my vote.
You also got to remember young Scott Steiner when he had the mullet, and they were doing the Steiner screwdriver, which was the suplex into a pile driver. That shit's lit.
No, I know.
You're not wrong.
But Kevin Nash was doing some stuff though.
Yeah, Kevin Nash was good.
Here's the thing with Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash was pretty hated when he was Diesel.
Like Roman.
But when he went to WCW, he really, when he went back to WCW, everything blew up from there. But still, he's Kevin Nash.
I'm going Scotty.
Yeah, I'm going with Scott Steiner. He said you can suck my butt.
The big bad booty daddy.
Bro, he really told a man you can suck my butt, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Godzilla.
All right. So round 2, our number 1 seed Brock Lesnar versus the Demon Kane.
This is a good one.
Yeah. Here's your chance. Here's your chance, John. Convince them why it should be Kane. Give us a reason why it should be Kane.
Well, one, let's see like all the gimmick evolution that Kane's done. Like he had like the voice box, unable to talk, like full mask coverage. Kane. He had like nasty. He had kind of a gentle giant phase with like Goldust and like all that with RVD, and then he had the mask removal, like creepy, like May 19th stuff, and like the whole Matt Hardy thing and Snitsky, and then he went full like horror movie bald Kane, and then he brought the mask back and then did corporate Kane. Now he's a mayor, so he's had a lot of
anger management with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, and Team Hell No.
So
he's done so much, and he's helped so many people get over it, become a star, because Kane, like the Big Show and so many other great wrestlers, is a guy you could put in any role and they succeed. Brock Lesnar, you take him out of the main event and he's worthless. Put him in an IC title match and that title loses value.
I'm going to argue Brock Lesnar now. All he had to do was be himself, and it worked.
He just shows up.
Here's the thing with Kane that Brock Lesnar doesn't have. Kane was in a tag team with X-Pac. There you go.
Nobody fucks with X-Pac like that.
Could Brock Lesnar carry X-Pac?
Let me talk. No, let me talk about Brock Lesnar.
Why can't you just let me have my fucking bit? Just let me have my bit.
Good, Mike. That was really good.
Let me fucking talk about Brock Lesnar real quick.
Fuck.
Nobody else stormed the pro wrestling scene like Brock Lesnar did and won a world championship within 6 months of his debut. He stayed on top the entire time. Then he left, went to the national. Shut the fuck up. He left. He went to the National Football League, and he decided he was too damn good for the National Football League. He walked in. He never played football in his life. He walked in and was a starter. He left. He went to the UFC. He went to the UFC. He went to the UFC. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking to you.
Shut the fuck up. No.
Shut the fuck up when I'm talking to you. He went to the UFC. He put every man, Frank Mir, Randy Couture, Shane Carwin. He beat them all. Emelianenko was afraid of him. He wouldn't sign the contract. He wouldn't come. He came over and he killed the UFC heavyweight division. And then he left on top. He went back to the WWE. Came out. He whipped John Cena's ass. He whipped Triple H's ass.
Keep going, Travis.
The Undertaker at WrestleMania. He whipped Roman. He whipped Rollins. He whipped them all.
I'm about to come. Oh, God.
He did. That's what he did. Guess what he did after that? He went back to the UFC and whipped their ass again. They came back to WWE and showed why he's the GOAT.
No contest. No contest. It was ruled no contest because he's on roids. He didn't win. He didn't fucking win.
Also, half the shit you said had nothing to do with him being a powerhouse.
And
also, you were incorrect about the NFL thing. He did not make the team. He was on the practice squad.
Baron Corbin had more of an NFL career than Brock Lesnar.
Listen to me.
And also, Baron Corbin is more of a
here's what happened
than Brock Lesnar.
You marks believe everything the news tells you.
Okay, Don.
Kenny knows. What happened was he got to the NFL. He made the team for the Vikings, and he said, "You know what? This isn't violent enough for me. This is the NFL. The National Football League is beneath me. I'm going to go to the UFC and kill people."
Literally not. That is literally not what happened.
Put Baron
exactly what happened.
Travis, you got me. It's Brock Lesnar.
Oh, fuck no!
So it goes to Keif. Keif is the deciding factor.
Keif make the right choice here.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to take a trip to Suplex City.
Oh fuck you! You're the reason that this man can get booed out of the WrestleMania main event and still get handed a world title. What the fuck? Stop doing this guy so much.
So I want you to understand that because Brock Lesnar has made it on to this next round, these next 3 matches are next 4 matches that we're gonna put on here are gonna be detrimental to this. Because 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights. Because I have a feeling whoever Brock Lesnar goes up against next, he's gonna beat.
Squash.
I don't know.
I don't know. People find ways to just fucking root for this guy despite it being god awful. I don't know why. I can't dive into the psychology of people that still say Paul Heyman's shitty ass wash promo with him every time he's on TV. Like, I don't get it. How anybody could react positively for this fucking tomato is beyond me.
Everybody together.
So
Boo
mad.
this man. Boo this
Mike. Or Travis, your mic.
Fix your mic first.
Yeah, Travis, your mic.
Yeah, you can't even boo right. Fuck you.
Fuck off. It's better. It's better.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, all right.
I'm gonna shit in your bed, Travis.
All right.
He will kick you out of it.
Number 13, Vader versus number 12, The Big Show.
Vader.
Both of these are very athletic big men, but I think Big Show is more athletic than Vader.
I don't know about that. Vader was doing moonsaults, bro. I don't think Big Show was doing a moonsault.
Big Show could do moonsaults too.
The only thing
Vader wanted to take it from him.
The only thing Vader has over Big Show was the hookers and blow.
Yeah, Damone, back in the day, you forget about Big Show's indie run when he was doing springboard moonsaults and suicide dives, and he's had to slow it down for WWE.
I'm running Big Show. Like I always will have respect, and maybe this is the Dolph Ziggler fan in me for somebody that can be plugged into any role and succeed.
Fun fact about the Big Show during his Indies days: his finisher in the Indies, he actually invented this move. You're gonna love it. He actually created this finisher, the Canadian Destroyer.
No shit.
Yeah, Big Show created that in the.
You have to be me,
days. Travis is just making shit up.
I didn't believe it at all. I didn't believe that at all.
I'm like, when did Big Show go to the Indies?
I was like, he didn't go to the Indies. He went from literally directly to the hand
somewhere.
He thinks he did his hand like this. He's like, no. Oh yeah, they're gonna believe it. Like, no, you don't believe it.
Big Show was a basketball player. Hogan met him as a basketball player, got him into WCW, and then he went from WCW right to WWE. There was no
Big Show might be one of the most dominant big men of all time too, because didn't he win his first world title his first match?
Yeah, his first match against Hogan, he won the world title.
He squashed Hulkamania.
I'm with it.
Hulkamania.
Fuck Hogan.
Okay, so change your vote for Big Show then.
Yeah, Big Show killed Hulkamania. Vader didn't.
Oh no, I'm still choosing Vader.
So it's down to Keif again.
Shit.
Remember, it's time. It's time.
Searching your soul.
Vader, time.
I would vote Big Show.
Well, it's the Big Show.
That was embarrassing.
Man, it's the Big Show tonight.
Stop it.
No, it's my show.
I'm gonna say
it's not your show.
Ready? Yes, it is. Watch.
This is voter suppression.
I'll just vote the rest of the damn tournament.
I want to say Vader. Vader.
I can live with that. I like Vader.
It's like you're handing it to Brock Lesnar.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Who would have thought Vader? I thought Vader was going to lose in the first round to Goldberg.
If it would have been Big Show versus Brock Lesnar, it's Brock Lesnar every time.
Oh, well, I'm glad Vader won.
Just like in real life, Vader might be Brock Lesnar.
All right,
Brock Lesnar's my Trump, bro. I'll vote for anybody.
Our number two.
Anybody but you.
Our number 2 seed John Cena versus our number 10 seed Mark Henry.
Somebody gonna get their ass kicked,
and it's gonna be Mark Henry
get the win split.
I'm
gonna say John Cena.
I said John Cena.
Yep.
All right, John Cena as well. Yeah.
Sorry, Mark.
Fun fact, though, I think Mark Henry should have beat John Cena for the WWE title after the salmon suit retirement.
Oh yeah, he definitely should have.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Also, another fun fact about John Cena. This one's gonna get hate. Damian Sandow should have won when he cashed in the Money in the Bank.
You
could have had him beat him a week later, but you can't make him dominate Cena and then lose to one fucking attitude adjustment. Fuck that.
I agree.
Agreed.
All right. Number 14, Bruno Sammartino versus our number 11, Scott Steiner.
Bruno
Steiner.
Big Papa Pump.
Let's not act like we've been sitting there watching Bruno matches.
Yeah, we only voted for him to get the racist out.
I'm going Bruno. I've seen his matches.
Like, name one Bruno match.
Okay, I can't name him, but
I can name one. Bruno Sammartino versus Buddy Rogers.
Bruno Sammartino.
I can name one.
Yeah,
Bruno Sammartino versus the Young
1, 2,
Bucks.
and 3.
All right. I'm going to go backwards on this.
Probably
number 2, John Cena versus number 11, Scott Steiner.
Oh, this is hard.
Now, keep in mind that if you choose the wrong one, Lesnar's getting
No. We can't be doing that. We can't be. Stop trying to pollute the pool just to get Cena out.
Right.
Or
I
not
don't
Cena get Brock out.
Okay,
you can't be doing that. We need to handle them separately.
It's the GOAT versus the meme god.
it's John Cena.
Well, Cena,
John
yeah.
Cena it is.
I mean, that was good. Yeah.
John's like, I don't even have to vote. This is great.
Brock Lesnar versus Big Van Vader.
Vader.
That's quicker than
do it again. Do you need me to do it again?
You
You want me to run down his
damn
credentials?
mouth
You want to do
shut.
it? Or you want me to do it?
Keep your damn mouth shut.
You do it.
Kenny, do you want to do it? Or you want me to? I'll do first.
Brock Lesnar.
I'm not gonna do anything. You already know who I'm voting for. I ain't even gonna say it. I'm just gonna look at the camera just like this.
Vader.
No.
I'll
You
take.
got Vader this far. You got Vader this far. Don't let Vader down now.
Oh, I wish I could.
Oh, Vader's gone. Vader's gone.
Oh, fuck me. Who likes this motherfucker?
It's not even a like thing. It's just, dude.
It's being factual with ourselves.
The beast.
There is nothing good about
a
him.
beast. He's the beast.
He was okay in 2002. And
He
then
was more
left,
than okay in
and he was,
2002.
and now he's dog shit.
No, he's not. Get the fuck
Out
out
of
of
the
here.
He's dog
SmackDown
shit.
6, the greatest SmackDown lineup ever, he
No,
was the
nope.
champion.
Nope. The greatest SmackDown lineup ever
Dolph
was
Ziggler, Dolph Ziggler.
was Edge, Jeff Hardy, CM Punk, Undertaker, and that crew.
No, that was the one right after, which was really good, but it wasn't as good as
It was like the
other
silver
one.
age, but the golden age of SmackDown belongs.
when it was Kurt.
It belongs
led
to
by Lesnar.
Batista
No,
I
and The
My-
Undertaker.
Honestly, one of my favorite matches, and probably my favorite Iron Man match, is Brock versus Kurt.
yes,
Because Brock,
Because Kurt is great.
Kurt is great, but it was he.
It takes
pulled
two to
it-
tango,
it-
motherfucker.
And it was great psychology because they had Brock use a weapon to wear down Kurt. Like, yeah, he lost the point, but then he ended up getting 2 points because Kurt was so hurt from the chair shots.
Do you know who else did that move in Extreme Rules 2018? Dolph fucking Ziggler did. And that's
Well,
how
he
he
did
beat
it.
Seth Rollins. That's how he beat Seth Rollins.
You know what? He was inspired by Brock Lesnar.
Oh, eat my shit.
Dolph
Dolph
Ziggler couldn't hold Brock Lesnar's
Oh,
nutsack.
suck my ass.
True. Oh, that's true.
I would
Dolph
love
is
to
a
see,
I
better
fuck with
collegiate
Dolph
wrestler.
Ziggler.
dude. I would like to see Dolph Ziggler and Brock Lesnar actually like shoot wrestle because
I
Dolph
think-
Ziggler.
Why?
You know what's gonna
Brock
happen?
would throw him around like a rag doll.
Brock
You know what
outweighs him by
That's
2
just
months.
how Dolph
It'd
Ziggler.
probably be better than the wrestling match because Brock like, oh no, I don't want to do more than 3 moves. My pussy hurts. Oh.
You know what's
I'm
gonna
gonna
happen?
throw a title
I
belt
want to
at
see them.
Vince.
I want to see them shoot wrestle too, just so John will shut the fuck up and realize that Dolph Ziggler would get buried.
Oh, 100-pound weight advantage. Whoop-de fucking do. I would totally be
Then why are you
annihilated.
talking shit?
You own the libs, bro. Congratulations.
All right. So was it Brock Lesnar?
I
Of
I
course it's
fucking
Brock
guess.
Did Keith? Did you pick Brock?
Yeah, I picked Brock.
All right.
I hate
So
this
our
world.
finals, our number 1 seed, and our number 2 seed, Brock Lesnar,
John
versus
Cena.
John Cena.
That's the way it should be. 1 versus 2. We have a lot of upsets in here, but it ended up the right way.
It did.
John Cena, I think, is just a natural, pure wrestling talent,
Get the fuck out.
and
Also-
he's got more
Dude,
charisma and
I don't know about that. I wouldn't
More-
go that far.
Yes.
More charisma and one ass
Brock
hair.
Lesnar.
Hold on. But let's remember what this tournament was supposed to be about. This whole thing is
whoa! Don't start fucking saying what the tournament's about when you had to go through the entire Brock Lesnar history just to get him voted out.
I talked about his
what? His failed career,
his in-ring accomplishments,
failed UFC. No, you talked about UFC.
Failed UFC career.
Overrated.
Yeah, because he's not there anymore.
What the fuck?
Got him. Yes, sir.
He can't. That's why every time he's tried to go back, he got busted for.
It was one time.
Yeah,
that's one time too fucking many.
You don't know what you're talking about right now.
I do. Travis, I literally don't. I did think of something. Brock Lesnar is the Conor McGregor of WWE.
Yeah.
Showing a picture.
No, he's not, because Conor McGregor can actually talk in a fucking microphone.
So can Brock Lesnar.
No, he fucking can't.
Yes, he can.
No, he can't. No, he can't.
I'm Brock Lesnar.
No, he can't talk in a microphone. He has no promo skills. He has Paul Heyman come out and cut the same damn wash.
As we said in the beginning when we drafted everybody, this was supposed to be an in-ring tournament. That's the only reason fucking Bret Hart got on, because if it wasn't, Bret Hart wouldn't be in this fucking shit.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar.
So to say that John Cena has John Cena has so much more charisma doesn't really matter. Because Brock Lesnar is
out of
30 times the fucking wrestler that John Cena is. And I like John Cena.
No, he is not. He's not close.
Highly disagree. We're not talking actual fighter either. We're talking wrestler.
Y'all better stop talking shit about this. He is literally on the bottom of our screen right now. He's about to whoop all your asses.
I'm terrified.
Like this.
John
Mr.
Cena.
Lesnar, I've always been a fan, Mr. Lesnar.
John Cena.
Yeah, I defended you. I gave you so much shit. Like I
never made fun of your teeth.
Now fuck Brock Lesnar.
So we're gonna forget that Brock Lesnar was booed out of the main event of WrestleMania, huh? Because he's such a good wrestler, right? When he was in there with a talent like Roman Reigns, he got booed out of WrestleMania, huh?
Well, let's keep in mind that Roman gets a shit ton of heat. That's not the best example.
John Cena. John Cena gets booed out of
But the match got booed. The match got booed out of the building because
how many matches has John Cena been in that got booed out of the building?
The match didn't get booed out though.
Are we gonna forget that John Cena main evented pay-per-views against fucking Johnny Ace when CM Punk was the world champion?
What are you trying to do?
He got you, man. He got you.
What am I supposed to say? What does that have to do with anything?
I got time for CM Punk slander.
Because you know what? John Cena and The Miz got a way better reaction than Brock and Roman.
What?
Yeah. John Cena and The Miz got a better reaction than Brock and Roman.
Brock Lesnar holds probably the most iconic WrestleMania moment of all time.
What? Ruining it?
Falling on his head against Kurt Angle?
Well, that too, but Taker.
That's not iconic. That was terrible. The people were quiet because they were in awe of how pissed they were.
They were still in awe.
There was a mass exodus out of the building.
All right, Keif, it's up to you, bud.
All right, Kenny, did you show a picture of your pick?
Yep.
I'm going to show a picture of mine, okay? Can you see it?
No.
Yeah!
Let's go!
Because you can't see him.
Let's go. The winner. Your winner. The greatest powerhouse of all time. John Cena.
I'm all worked up. I've been mad both brackets. My vote does not matter.
It did at the end, though. It did at the end.
It did.
That's true.
When it counts.
I like how, for the most part, Kenny and John were against each other the entire time.
Well, in the beginning,
I wasn't even trying to be. He was just wrong.
Because we both voted Hogan out in like all of 2 seconds.
Yeah, that was like the only one you guys all.
No, they're like a lot of the early ones. We were like on the same. Like Kane, we were on the same, and like we were on the same for like Big Show early. So it was like the second round where we started just disagreeing on everything.
This is when it got good.
I get so mad, man. Like I'm getting worked up to an unreasonable degree about this, and you know, that's what I'm here for. But also, like, I feel a little bit disappointed in myself because I knew this was gonna happen coming in. I was like, these motherfuckers are gonna I vote Brock all the way, and there's nothing I can do about it. My one futile vote counts for nothing.
I honestly wasn't sure how far Brock was going to go. I
honestly
hoped he made it to the finals. I think that he should have won. That's why I mean, we put him at number 1 for a reason.
He's trash.
He had a pretty easy path. Looking at, well, you guys can't see it, but hold on.
He got hit with a schoolboy. That's what
I think he had a pretty.
The only
easy
reasonable win he had was maybe Yokozuna. Him beating Kane or like Vader. I don't know about that.
I thought
Skip.
it was crazy.
Damone,
what would you have voted for in the finals?
John Cena.
I don't know about that, Skip.
Probably
1,000.
Brock.
I would have voted Brock. So I think that bringing you guys on got Cena through, because if it would have been just us 3, we would have put Brock through.
And I would have been mad. And I would have thrown something.
Yeah, it would have been Brock, because I'm going to be honest. There was
anything, so at least
there was a period. A lot of the reason why I went like a 5-year period where I didn't watch any wrestling. A lot of it was Cena. Like, I was sick of the Cena stuff.
Talk to him.
But that's not
I would say that he had a period where he wasn't having good matches. Like, let's be honest. There was there was a long period where he was having trash ass matches.
Tell him.
I don't think Brock Lesnar is having
it's better
any good
than
matches.
better than any Brock match since
How?
his return.
Houseway.
The ones
Brock versus Triple H was good.
Terrible. The ones they call good are terrible. It's like Brock versus Finn was good. Brock versus Daniel was good, which is Brock throwing him around for like 10 minutes and then an unconvincing hope spot and then an F5. It's
Also,
nobody's convinced.
Mike definitely would have thrown something, but what he would have thrown was a tantrum.
I threw
right.
that.
Because I was right. Clearly, I was right. And
how are you right?
Because John Cena won.
There's 6 of us. It was 3 versus 3. You're not right.
If it was you 2 versus me,
you
clearly,
wrong, still.
2 out of the 3 people here that voted are smart.
Wow.
When it comes to wrestling.
You hear this, Kenny?
I hear
him. Well, also,
this man also thinks chocolate ice cream is the best ice cream.
It is. I got Death by Chocolate upstairs. Yeah, John!
That's how you know you're wrong.
That's
his whole life is a meme.
Nope. Okay,
this man's never said factual information in his entire life.
He's been wrong all
night. Chocolate-based ice cream's good. Rocky Road.
I like my ice cream like I like my women. Death by chocolate. Death by chocolate.
Hey, don't be selling out our strip club name.
Hey John.
I said that shit last night.
Yeah. Wait, John. What's the greatest black sitcom to you?
Black sitcom. I really like Family Matters.
Hey,
that holds up.
Okay, is Sister better than Martin?
I'm a
That's
Steve,
what he's getting
I'm a
to.
Steve Urkel stan.
Sister or Sister or Martin?
Sister.
Hey! Let's go, John.
It took everything in me not to click that leave button. It took everything in me.
Hey, Damone, did you check the private chat?
I'm assuming you want me to do a guess the wrestler.
I did. I was trying.
I already had it ready.
Lit. So go ahead and do a guess the wrestler.
Asses. I am the Rain Man of Guess the Wrestlers.
Yeah, it's like last week when you weren't here, it was actually a struggle.
Yeah,
normally
you
get it in like
that threw it off. I remember it clearly because it was like he won like
it was
ranked at PWI in
2003.
2003.
I guess that
Lex Luger doing
so
2003.
He was most improved in 1994 and best wrestler, top 20 in 2003.
Yeah, Lex Luger was apparently the best, like the 23rd best wrestler in 2003. I'm like, where the fuck was he?
Absolute horseshit.
No, he wasn't in TNA.
The wrestlers.
Did you make
wasn't even in
better
TNA.
wrestlers? 20 better wrestlers than Lex Luger?
I can think of like 4,500.
Yeah.
We can go down the 2003 roster. I mean, Christian was there, Jericho was there, Triple H was there, Shawn Michaels was there, like Scott
Brock
Steiner
was there.
Better. Hell, Brock in 2002, yeah, he was better than Lex Luger. He's not anymore, but like,
get the fuck out of here. Okay, I'm done talking to him. Mute his mic. Cut his mic.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. In 1992. This man was ranked number 23 of the top 500.
Okay. Give us another one. Nobody knows.
In 2003, he was ranked 138th.
Lex Luger.
No. He's a one-time UWF heavyweight champion.
Okay.
He's a 4-time hardcore champion.
Okay.
WWF hardcore champion. He's a one-time WWF tag team champion.
Raven.
Nope.
Raven's he's like a 40-time hardcore champion.
Hardcore Holly.
Perry Saturn.
Nope.
I was gonna say Crash Holly.
I got it.
Nope.
Crash Holly had it way more time than that.
Okay, give us another hint before.
Nope.
It's Mike Awesome.
He's a WWE Hall of Famer.
Oh, never mind.
He did.
Give me another one.
Andy the Hall of Famer.
He's the most improved in 1987,
Rikishi?
according to Wrestling Observer.
God
In
damn.
1987.
Rikishi.
No.
87?
87?
When was his prime? When was his prime?
He had 2.
That's enough. Yeah.
He had one in the 80s and one, I would say, in the 90s.
Kevin Nash.
But you probably all remember him way more in the 90s.
Doink.
Nope.
Was he the same person both times?
Yeah.
Like his name and
Yes.
everything?
He was in WCW at one point as well.
Okay, what's his finish? No, don't tell me that.
Yeah.
Give me another hint because I don't know off this.
He was the worst feud. He was in 1999. He was in the worst feud versus the Big Show.
Big Boss Man.
Yep, Big Boss Man.
Damn.
Yeah, that feud was really bad. That was a dead giveaway.
That was a bad feud.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
But was it worse than him and Al Snow?
It's close.
That was literally the worst work
That
match
was
of the
also
year.
really bad.
And yeah, that was the next clue. Worst work match of the year. Unforgiven.
God, Big Boss Man had a
That was
shitty
around the time I
1999.
wasn't allowed to watch wrestling.
And then he got hung.
After Stone Cold Stunner, I think he stunned
Well, no, he got
Sable.
hung
My
before
mom
that.
was like, "No,
Oh yeah.
you're not gonna watch these men beat up on these females like this." And I had to stop watching wrestling for like 2 years.
Yeah, my mom had no idea. I was watching the exact same thing. My mom had no
I can see it. Miss Connie don't play that. I can see it.
He does. I was about to say that was back when I used to switch between WWF and WCW, ECW, just go back and forth. My mom saw that. She's like, "What is this?" No.
The
My mom didn't
only
care until I walked outside, flipping off my friends like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like,
I got in trouble in 6th
I got
grade
my ass
for
beat
doing
for that crotch chop from the DX.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got in trouble for that in 6th grade too.
if you didn't get in trouble for that, did you have a childhood?
I did not
I did
get
it all the
trouble for
time, but I
that.
never got in trouble.
Really?
I
I definitely did.
I went to Catholic school, so I definitely.
Oh,
And Poontang Pie. I got in trouble for saying Poontang Pie after
Oh,
the Rock said
I
it.
remember I got in trouble. Okay, so when I was a kid, like I was young, like too young to actually be knowing what this was. I remember Vince McMahon said that Shane was the product of his semen. And I repeated that, but I repeated it to my mom. I was like, I'm the product of your semen. And she was like, what? And I said it again, and she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
You walked up
where
like
did you hear
kindergarten
this?
cop. You were like, you were like, guys have a penis and girls have a vagina.
I was like, and then like looking back on it, that's like still the funniest thing.
You want
Telling
another
my mom I'm
quick
the
one?
product of her. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do
I'm
it.
gonna get this one quick. So I was just pointing myself.
We're gonna do a female one this time.
Okay.
Molly
She was-
Holly.
She was ranked the 6th best female singles wrestler in 2012.
2012.
Michelle McCool.
Nope.
Charlotte Flair.
No.
Gail Kim.
Nope.
Caitlyn.
She's a one-time Divas champion.
Okay.
Ashley.
Layla.
It's Layla.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well,
Well, you shouted out like
fucking
15
dope.
different female wrestlers.
I'm
Right.
fucking
We're way on top of that one.
It was bound to be one of them.
respect me, Kenny. I'm the
He
goat.
only shouted the whole roster.
Hey, if I shouted the whole roster, why didn't you guys, bitches?
Because you were
I was
doing
trying to
it.
hear what he was saying.
She's
like, I want to
apparently
do
she is now a real estate agent.
Huh, good for her.
They usually are. Rich people get rich and they become real estate developers.
That's
and
actually kind of
that's it.
true. Because like a bunch of like popular scene band members became real estate people as well.
UFC fighters too. Though once
Yeah.
they're done fighting, they become real estate agents.
There's
was
a funny
wrestlers
story. Does anybody here,
Person.
other than Jasco, remember the band Forever the Sickest Kids?
I've never even heard that name before in my entire life.
They're really good, but their singer, I guess, got caught selling counterfeit Rolex watches, and then
did he really?
And then had basically started selling mansions and real estate and paid it back. And like members like metal bands like Oh Sleeper on his like real estate team.
That's honestly, I didn't know all that, but Further Sickest Kids was awesome.
They were great. Yeah, I only know this because I know a guy in because they're a Dallas fan, and I know a guy from Dallas who like knows them and shit like that.
This is a nice stroll down memory lane.
So was their last album Jack?
Yeah, Jack was their last album.
That was a while ago. It was like 2012 or 2013.
They played reunion shows though. I saw them in early 2017 when they played like a reunion show.
All right.
Looks like Barry Sane is officially leaving after today.
I was about to break the news, but whatever.
Wait, what happened?
What?
Kyrie Sane.
Carrie Sane.
Oh, Kyrie. You do it. But we already knew that because she's going to Japan. She got married and wants to live back with her husband in Japan.
It makes sense. You can't blame her. All right.
Do whatever I want. Don't tell me what to do.
She's gonna
John.
Yep.
Do you have any plugs?
Actually, no.
Besides the one in your head.
I like that.
Kenny, do you got
John's
any
looking at me
plugs?
like that's a low blow. You know my struggles with hair.
Kenny, do you got plugs?
I have no hair plugs.
Yes, the Bad Guy Has Spoken podcast on YouTube. Go look it up. You'll see this pretty mug every Saturday.
And it's gonna have a really cool logo coming soon on one of the episodes.
Yeah.
That I made.
What does the Bad Guy speak about?
Anything and everything. Do unpopular opinions. We do different board games. We do it all on there. We piss people off. Shout out to Nicki Minaj and Elvis. Their fans hate us.
Wow,
Hey,
I'm already
Keif.
pissed.
Oh, yeah. look at how many dislikes that we have on that on that Nicki Minaj video.
Keif, go ahead and hit us with your plugs.
Well, you can follow me personally at Keif_the_Chief on Twitter. Always follow Bookit at Bookit15 on Twitter. Follow Debatable, Debatable T13, and always follow T13 Media.
Heyo. All right, you can find all the shows on the T13 Media Network on our website at t13media.com. That's the letter T, the number 1, 3 spelled out, media.com. You can find all of our shows. You can go buy some merch. You can do all that fun stuff. And, well, that's been Book It. See ya.
See ya.
If I can get that.